right, me family, una kucha kucha una kabo kabo, wherever una day. And today again, we don't come back with another special edition of what we do. And today we get a wonderful topic for Unami Famble them, and where I go want for make we all go buttress on and try to see what are the causes them, we involve this topic here so today. And today our topic is they say, why do marriage of the uneducated people last longer than the educated people? So today now question that what una think say the people that where them be uneducated, like way back, like in the 20s or old days, as some people then they say, where we don't see a lot of marriages that last for long. And now now woman they go school, man they go school, so everybody gets like 50-50 or 60-40 as they said before in our last show. So today we want to know what in then on our mind, what una think say nowadays marriage not the last. And also, we will go ahead and ask some people them. Some man they say, oh, now because of phone nowadays. Some people and they say now because woman they make money. It's a lot of things. So we want to know what in now on our own mind today. And I gave me two co-hosts where they with we, and I will make them introduce themselves shortly. And I will call Mr. Umar for me to go introduce himself. Hi, Mr. Umar.
Hello, Effie. I'm Fambule on a good evening. We're glad you again on to today. We come again just like Utimi Coaston say, and we expect all for joining. The one we call we shall because the topic we get today, the topic we experience people. We know say you people get the experience. Most of una know the situation, una know wetin. Most of una can even tell a story more than we would present the program. So we expect una all today on the show. Thank you very much, Effie.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Umar. And I get Miss Kaba with me, but you're not going to be at the screen today, but you go in at the phone with me. So hi, Madam Kaba.
Hi, Madam Savage. Family all, thank you for joining. As soon as I agree from Madam Savage and Mr. Omar, today we topic now very interesting topic, and this not something when like a common topic now everybody in kitchen table. So we have now all make this interesting topic. Let's just share idea, because out of this we can able to probably save some of marriages there, some relationship there everybody can learn. And do you have now we'll look for more comments, more calls. So my name is Aisha again. So now thank you for joining, and I'll tell now thank you for all Nagiwi audience. Over to you.
All right, thank you so much, Madam Cabo. So, if I'm with them today, just like as I don't say, this topic is so where we they talk. Now, a very educated topic where go make you go learn. From waiting people that they go through right now, the things the way they cause a lot of divorce them. And I want for make una pass you una seat belt and make una join we, and also make una share this video with our friends and family. And I will ask the question to Madam Cabo and Mr. Umar. So what are the keys that wanna think say they affect, most uneducated people and marriages them? So anybody on the floor, please.
So at the way they say this first, but we go say women.
Well, let Mr. Omar go first. Let's tell you what's not the reason why you think.
So today we got to go around and now a very interesting topic. Yes, a lot of factors, of the time, arrogance can play a great role, subordinate can play a role, dishonesty, lack of respect for all, one of the partners can play roles, But most of the time, now the relationships we can find out now the women they also, when you watch at them, Now we get this 50-50. All man want 50%, We don't know if all man they get 50%, but now so it happen now, all man want 50%, So they drive for 50%. So more women can arrogant post they respect the man, no they respect the house, arrogant, to go carry with all excuse, talk all because of the wrong height, And this it create a lot of problems. Because if me head of the home, I will take care of my home, I will make not for at least not for rule the home, but at least I will come up with a way to go show say I mean I of the home. So, but most of the time we find out this very difficult. So, like we actually we can fight them out. Say we see they go through the give for just give up the old relationship and continue with new one or look further, So most of the time, the arrogance here on the part of the women. So, I mean, the FA.
Okay, Mr. Umar. When I come and see the laugh, so what's in the you saying to this?
Yeah, they laugh for Mr. Omar. It's an arrogance on the woman the part. Oh my goodness.
So before we can call and comment the phone line then there down below. Go really appreciate and also happy if I can call and share on my own ideas them. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, Madam Carol, go ahead, please.
Thank you. Viewers, then me not take on this. Okay, the thing say again, why do marriages of uneducated last longer than that of educated people? Okay. So the uneducated people, so I say everybody get education somehow, but the formal education, I think I will talk about now. So I feel say the reason why the young can last longer now because the power they on one side. So where you sabi, where you don't know you right, the other person they rule you. Like after my counterpart, Mr. Omar say, if you say for them control of the home, the moment you want tell like for say they cross the boundary, it go see am as arrogancy because why? They don't use with it for deal with this one like this one man rule. I go call am the monogamy thing. Now in no more, now they say sit down, team up, grab. As they can say the man now at the head of the house, but they can try for dominate all those education or they. So the woman they're not can know them right. And again, because you don't know you right, always even with the next person they do something we not right, you always they feel for saying a favor they do for you. So that the major reason why it lasts now because they show now one-sided thing, now one-sided show. Now one person they rule the whole house. So the other person in just the beer for circumstances, maybe for the picking there or economic reasons. So I believe saying I make it last longer, especially for economic reasons. Why I say so, the educated will be able to feed himself, able to cater for himself. So in order for allow you for make it go dominate and so much that even you know go able for so like it go suppress and so much that to the point where you go even kill himself or die with depression. No, not only love can make them take and to that extent, but not to because they lack. But outside people are not educated. Most times they not get that upper hand for get job for take care of themselves. And most times, especially inside our society, if you don't get capital, you don't get for do business like that. So because of that, they're really trapped. And if you force you come inside the married, even forget like a rental, you know can get them because they can say, oh, na married woman no more than they rent to. So because the resources they're limited, you get less choices. You force for stay there, so that make them get more time, more of them they stay inside the relationship longer than the educated people. Now, me don't take that.
Right. And then I just want to read the comments the way we get a comment from Mohammed Kamara. It say uneducated people last longer in marriage because both parts under the limitation. One under is that the man has the power and the woman know her roles in the marriage. So in the same, the reason why make the uneducated marriage they last longer because the man get the power and the woman they do a role that the house. So my man will go please would like for make you call. You can do like say you didn't have Mr. Oma inside though.
Okay. I
Oh,
can comment a little bit.
yes.
Uh-huh.
You see, I listen to Mrs. Cargo in the talk, so I laugh, So because when Mrs. Cargo they talk, he dey really see say he really
Uh-huh.
economical the truth, let me make something clear. Not about power. Not anybody, they say they rule, not for rule the home, and not about
Mhm.
power. But now what they keep the marriage. You see, relationship, then be relationship on based on understanding mostly, where you understand your partner, you endure, the relationship they work. And if you want to do small survey, Mrs. Cabo, for prove me right, just look because you now experience somebody, just look 25, 30 years ago or 20 years, not even go far, then you see now what in the happen now. What in the happen now that now lack of respect. You see, we na Africa most of the time we own well-being a bit on religious principles, and from the biblical point of view, and me and you to know how Eve come, because I know one come with a Bible study now, but me and you to know how Eve come into being, how it come to existence, So like, let I bring una come back now. Um, when you see once, somebody, they not say they fight for a right, but when you see somebody fight for a right, to the extent that he see the thing where he dey fight for, he dey lose them, that he still continue, then there is a problem. That's not the problem on the relationship side, First step for let you hardly see. Mrs. Kabono say first step. If I get my bit, I say my bit he come, my bit he go carry. If I say lay down, he go lay down. If I not get out at the pool kina kina. Not that they were
Yeah.
stupid, but they see some value into relationship. We know say now it's not possible, but they see some value into relationship. Then see why make them for beer. Because when it be into relationship, it tell on the relationship, it tell on you picking, it tell on your home, that it make a very good foundation, even the year after where go day. But this moral
Yeah.
ethic that we lack, right till we get this education. Get regard for culture, get tradition, get regard for relationship, So I feel say most of the way they make other people they steady into, because everybody know all my decree talk in company.
Yeah.
A very difficult. So now that situation where one the happen always it happen all over. In Europe, in fact, what make they what make a Canada now because up to we get religious freedom way it will suppress the marriage, we go try for cancel the people, we get a lot of we get the families part of it, both sides, whether it be the woman you say, it be the man you say, all man they put hand to death, make sure say the relationship work. And then side I will find ourselves, we are lacking in there. Yeah, if you get problem relationship, most of the time extra possible then call social work and then go camp. Straight away you don't let your problem out. Straight away you don't talk, maybe you don't talk to the wrong person. They might be qualified by book, but most of the time somebody now somebody who able take care of a problem, where you able talk to a problem, where you able cancel it, that you able solve the problem, But most of them thing that you can see them they run to social worker, they end up for the end of a separate, all waiting the cause that education. We not say for be educated. Every home need education, but let it be the positive side. let it be an education where it keep the home, you know. But if you
Yeah.
get an education where it make you aware more of your right than it disadvantages, that in the right where it affect for became disadvantages, then it don't become a problem. So for now, as I tell anybody, education, in as much as a good thing, into relationship, they get a lot of problems where it create on your own.
Yes, and then also, some people they say the reason why make the marriage is the now that they break up. Some people they say that because of cell phone, now in the bring problem because before cell phone not be there, but now now cell phone they see the woman they check your money phone or the man they check your woman phone for you the message and see waiting they happen. So what you wanna think about that?
Uh, I, I can go.
Yes, ma, you get a mic.
And I think say the cell phone get anything for do with anybody in married in break one. Because the cell phone they bring account for help we for make the relationship even easier. So that I can able for reach you quick, you say can able for reach me quick, even if I'm not in a house. So I can able for check basis with you, you check basis with me. I can able for communicate with you silently through text, even for then for let somebody else know you go to they say. But for let somebody go inside your phone, the phone not get anything for them now because of trust issue. If the person get trust issue, now it will go insecure. Now one of the two. So the cell phone, whether it did or not did, that problem they get for arise still. If the person, not to the cell phone in presence make a doubt you. Now something say it go for go look inside the phone. So now something is also first suspect say you dey do with the phone. That make you get the mind for go inside the phone for go check. So now that's me think. Then Mr. Omar, that's how you be say like first time the mama or the pa go say like call the wife can a little bitter. Then me they do that. Yes, even though it wrong, but most part they not me even know say it wrong for beat them wife like that. Not so you picking. But again, so woman them they obey like that because the man them they step up to their responsibilities. You go find out say most of them man they not to them one they can go sleep around like they don't tell the woman and go do 16 hours then can't pay the bills them more. Then they say, oh, we got for pay if you know pay bills, you know go eat. Oh. No. Then at the parent and the women own to their responsibilities, then they step up like a man. Even they're not even one self, let them work, they work safe. They want go out and be the man for bring account. But when you feel say you for pull 50, the woman pull 50. What if he say you forgive the right for go take in for her? So now that make now the woman most of the other feisty at that. Because you can find out some man that say they want let woman do for them. And not that disgrace they united they are not for wrap me finger around that. You get man they sit down, you want let woman pay in car note. You get other one way go pay for a credit card. You get other one way go send for buy for a designer clothes there. That part not to that them in they do. Now they do all entire what the council. So now you can make them keep for to map and make them voice, then talk anyhow. The woman not say, wow, that just set me much bad. Do allow beer because as you don't so take flower, they can't meet me. But we own pap. Then they are going so.
Well, Miss Cabo, like the
Uh,
reason why me
yeah,
no
like comment on me before I miss me talk. Quick.
no, wait, Miss Yama. Yeah, the reason why make then they keep it happen, that because of before the woman they not be they go school, now the man they no more, now they go na school, they see the woman then can in a house, then they go school, so now then they make the woman then they obey the man then because now the man then they bring come all the income and everything at the home. But now they see man they go school, woman they go school the same degree where man they get, woman they get them. So now when they make the same money or sometimes maybe the woman go make more money past you, those are the things then back again where they make, the woman then they stand more for them, right? So Mr. Umar, you can go.
Effie, Mrs. Cabo, Mrs. Cabo, we've been there first term. First, we not get this domestic violence, and so first, you dey see man the only woman pull belt, he beat her. The people in Canada area they beg the man again. First time you dey see a lot of things. They come to who say they come now way they make. First you dey see now. First you dey see woman they struggle. They go market. They go na road. Early morning you come on and party. You know, 6 o'clock na morning. Mama they don't. Sometimes 4 o'clock they don't grab on a road for go meet up market. You go see that man they grab na morning. A pull radio, a pin and a door, the listing news. The woman go na market, he go sell. The woman go struggle everything. The woman go come pull chop money, a cook, again, a man can't eat. You know, so if you talk about responsibility, if you talk about responsibility, now responsibility day. Now you see if you know take care of your family, you get laws the way the quasi, way they force you for make you take care of the family. You get laws the way they force you for make you pull chop money in a house. Like for Sierra Leone, we domestic laws and the domestic violence and so on. Like where you greedy you family food now also where people you know so you will provide them. So then this most of the we get most of the laws their way at least they protect them for
waiting at the
yes,
reason. Come to the topic. Not go and wander all over again.
At the come to the topic, Mrs. Kamu. I just reply to you.
We get videos then we get all that.
Reply to you. I know. I just say reply to your comments. I just reply to your comments. Then I build my own platform. You know, like you know when you call discussion, you go for Bilam. Then now we come again to Usa. You say
okay, well, answer my question first. I ask you, where the woman they go, he left the man, put radio na the more than get picking they all, he left her, he go sell in potato leaf, he can cook everything. He right?
Well, it been the happen first time. Now it very rare right now. It not easily happen. What did it happen? Then it been happen first time. And then it didn't happen first time. No, it was not right, Mrs. Kabo. We people them be the rule or them be they run their own based on experience. Mammy them be they handle their homes and based on experience. What them be they do? Them be they fight hard for let the marriage work. Because in those days, when the marriage no work, when you return, you been the woman where you return, that amount of respect where you been get, first you know the carry now one. Then two, you talk again about the trust. In fact, now first and trust day. First thing, if woman they go to na market or they go, they tell the man first way they need a house na night. Darling, tomorrow morning I get to go make me here. But now you know the happen. Now you go see man go na to, he go struggle, he go then turn the work, he call the woman. Hey, who say you dey? I say I did to Jamina too. The most painful part now where he then get, he go to save man in number 9 phone. The bestie, sweetie, darling, he go to make all kind name then save man, they know they inform you, you know. He go then New Jersey. He go then New Jersey. He go then New Jersey. They are own account, I give you there, let me talk. He go then at New Jersey, the right say he in California. He go to California, the right say he in na list, you know. So but now communication don't increase the rate of cheat. You know.
Someone call on the phone. Hello caller, waiting at your name and say the call from.
My name Alfred.
Hi, Mr. Alfred. How are you? Yes, sir. Welcome. Thank you so much for you. Thank you and welcome.
Yeah. To me, on take that this talk is woman way go school or way down there in this Western world. If you listen to Kongosa, Boku pass the woman way no married, way married, way no go school. The woman way no married, it concentrate more for listening to in people them than woman way go school. Woman way go school, it listen to Kongosa and that the worst Kongosa people them. Where be say then they all them they is then yai all day in a street. Because when ready, when somebody tell her, go read this book here. He go tell you about waiting are you right, or he go tell you about waiting this man they do, or he go tell you about how this thing for be. But that woman will not go school. Waiting it they listen to. Now the advice of good people. Now the advice of you will not say you responsible. But woman will go school. Now irresponsible people and they listen to. You where you know say you responsible. You want to talk to them. You time for advice and for the best of your marriage. And they ever listen to you. You go talk say Abo left me, bo. You not get naturally they tell me what you they talk as Sabi. But that woman will not go school. They all take now it make them very honorable and then marriage is the last because they listen to advices. Then they listen to a person where you know say this person immature or a responsible person. And when he say he the keep party where he knows say irresponsible. When in company married woman where he the learn lesson from, where go tell and say yes, this me home. Now this way myself they do. And instead the picture from waiting they happen so that make it go make it home straight. But that woman will go school. Well, they ever look at their side and day. Afterwards, you go talk say, left people. So until waiting they be so now just like they can't lie to me. You know, go one listen to them because they take and say in book now one of the main weapon. So now the one of you me to me understanding and from waiting myself don't get experience and other things that we myself don't hear. Now one of the key factor around it. Congo sir. Now in book woman, now in more, now in be one of the major things. He listen to Congo sir too much. So now he make the home they ever steady, and he try for make that big business now. For say we don't carry book, so you're not gonna actually they tell her again where he listen to. Even that thing way beneficial for the home. You demand you try for talk to them, they call and promote and sit down and talk. Make you give them advice as man or as somebody who get experience or where you yourself don't hear it from 2-3 people, experienced people. You want to share knowledge with her, and then they ever hear you. You way they can't tell them things that way now ugly things concerning, but how for destroy or for kill a home. Now you listen to. Woman will go school. It can go so bad. So now me will talk around one day.
All right, thank you, sir. Mr. Pride, you talk about the woman. Then what about the man? What is that the man their own problem now? Because then I don't know only the
man their own side. The man their own side.
Yes.
The man their own side. Most times, when you say man begin to give too, he begin to show too much sense. As I tell you, most not say he don't send in a treat. Most not say he don't send in a treat. So that woman again, not you go for tell her again. And most not now man where they show off too much. When for they make that designer be just like what that other lady been talk. When you say he don't begin put her in what to say. As the woman they begin to get glance of woman, the woman they already watch her now. They see say woman. Any time where he pass and they see the anger chain or the wear long shoes, people then begin a woman then begin to admire them. You don't begin to create so much problems. He educator, he not educator. Where you see that bluff business, he take him, he put him there. Woman then begin to see say woman and they look at, then they begin to no matter how that man they foolish. Where that other woman, you go not say this man is foolish and you don't know but this man say this man. Now my way they talk about woman and now my way. If it's a way you see don't follow you. Now show you they do or now say they make. Wallahi, as long as you don't see that long shoes na your foot, you don't see that chain na your neck, or you don't wear that coat wait to say. And then you look before you know one either you go school or you not go school. That woman is still a follow you. So now the side of the man and now and then.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Alfred. Thank you. Yes, really appreciate that. And thank you. You go call back again. Thank you so much for your input.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Mr. Umar, now two things I guess from Mr. Alfred. He said the woman then Congo sa, then they make their marriage, then the man then the long shoes. I don't know if the long shoes.
Well,
the long shoes and that chain. When I need for stop that long shoes and the chain, please.
Yeah, maybe something I'm okay to talk about. FA, the man mentioned a lot of things we try because of they just begin the name calling. The highest blackmailers, the worst blackmailers in the world now women.
Very good.
Because you not go believe women, Ghana, Europe, for instance, let you see them. Then go make like snake go lay down under you. If you see them mistake small as you give them belly, wait then they can't hold the lay down as you see give them belly so. Sometimes before ever the doctor they call the result to get belly, he don't decide for divorce. Where see that picking can now? Now blackmail you 18 years. Want to then they blackmail you 18 years. Then go they collect your money 18 years they blackmail you. You know they get peace. Then go they 13 hours. Then go they curse you. Where you give you picking name for instance, most of like them Africa where they married to them with two madena. Where give you picking name na school you call them Fatu. Where you get a name na Osi call them Fatu. Where they go to school and call them Maria. Then they blackmail you for 18 years. So women, one of the quality again are blackmail men. That's ideal. And most of the theoretic educated women, they're fond of that. You know, because they know all these angles where they go for blackmail men. Then the caller talk about something, but the men, listen, Mrs. Kabo. Women, now your responsibility for keep your own. One of the good quality of a good woman, now for able to keep your home. But when the man come out, you go find outside. Don't show say you the woman you able keep home. If you able keep your home, believe me, that man you not gonna for go find a street. So if you see you man they go na street, you keep the home. And most of the team, the educated women, education don't create a lot of problem towards that. The most educated people, you know, they're so arrogant. They no go give the man peace. They don't know when the man want rest. They don't know how the man for rest. Then go curse. Then go make all team. Then go so obsessed with the right. They're so obsessed for grab that 50%. You know,
Maybe
rather
Lord,
than for then the women are so obsessed with the right, 50-50 right.
okay.
But when I say chop,
Before,
then they come forward, you know. So that again, they create a lot of problem again. Then we talk again about one thing again, class consciousness. Women very class conscious. Now, for instance, if you get girlfriend when you start at secondary school, then unfortunately you out, you know, pro now you are the GSS1, you know, promote for going to the next class. Believe me, that relationship you don't balance. That woman automatically you don't recognize the woman not at the same level. But man,
okay,
you see still man, they still they go up. Remember, woman, where it don't go up for a candle, a very difficult. So most of them thing and waiting happen now more na education, you know, because when you educate past the man or you feel say you didn't a higher level past the man, if you say you able control the man, you will control the man. And let me tell you something, men not all man they take control. As you see say you control and too much. It's either a run left in a house or you run left in a house. So most of the time can result to you see in Africa they see the man, they say the woman, let the woman go before they go try. If in Europe they see the man just the parking box, they left the woman and house you go. So most of the time they but anyway the caller try accept most of the thing. The only thing more caller I just buttress on what you say, I just add most of you say let you know say yes. There are points we make this for the women that yeah you ask for 50%, but you don't grab it. You know,
okay.
because they chop money now. Say right now, the whole area will not say, yeah, man, now they share chop money.
We get all the video then we can watch. Lawyer, you other people and what's in themselves say. I agree with to the last one where you say the class consciousness. I not agree with another one where you talk about you say something before that, Danny. I not agree with that, but now we go to waiting the other people and think. So that one, if a man want go, he can go. You not get no way for put on, just like a woman.
Alright, so family them. We'll go ahead and play the video for now. So now please una fast una seatbelt, and also you know would it please the appeal to una for make una share the video to una family members them, so that way and them back go able to get a piece out of this, and una stay tuned please.
The only way not go school, they marry them can last long. The reason being, they take every administrative of the house left onto the man. because they not believe in the law, they believe in tradition. You know, say the man and the ruler of the house. You know, say the man then get every right in the house and take any decision we want to take. Now we look to the people in our upline who then get married. If they married woman today, you reliable for return and back in our house tomorrow, they will return give you money back. But the reason why I make I say the one the way go school and married and not last long, and because of them know of the law of married more than the one the way not go school. Then they can say at the house now 50-50 between you and the man. When obstacle arise, if you go now the law, then the law will come inside and advise. If you not take the advice, then Kisela will go and divorce and share property. But they don't go to school now. They don't get that style and that initiative not inside them. One, they can take marriage and back up with the religion. So then they take the fairness of God, put them inside marriage. Because of they don't go to school and they don't understand. And then take us the religion say you for respect your man, you for obey your man.
Welcome to another edition of the weekly program with the counter from Voice of Salone Radio and TV Network. We now what will you do? Today we get an interesting topic. We ask people for give them view. The topic will get it, but before ever they release the topic, I want to let we brother go to listen safe. So brother, what's your name?
I'm Usman Ahmed Kamara. I'm a teacher from a primary school.
Very good. Thank you very much. You sound like a teacher indeed. The topic we'll get today will say why people will not go to school. The relationship, the marriage, they can last very long than the one they wouldn't get the high quality education. What's the reason?
Normally we know say marriage, what people can discuss about time, commitment, communication, and attention. So therefore, as my brother asked me this question, I get great advantage, you get great disadvantage. Okay. So to me, your point of view as a teacher, from my experience around it, so I can say, for number one reason, we can understand say, we both spouses they can get married, the woman can get more attention than a working place, and also the mother can get more attention than a working place. Okay. So the both spouses can get too much time in the house for taking care of them, picking them. Even though they can let them play now, or sometimes the picking them can go some strains them, some home problems them, but they not can know. The woman can respect him, work past him married, and this can create a psychological problem between the all two.
But people in the back safe way not get education. We do not get work boss, who they work under. Let's say they marry, they can shake. You can tell me why that happen?
Normally, we two people like me, so they're uneducated. We can understand say the woman, if they respect the man, if they worship the man, they in fact if they take the man as an idol, the man they become so superior to the woman. So you see, traditional marriage and the best marriage make you always talk always are the best. Because through traditional marriage we all come out.
Yes,
and me also I come out through traditional marriage.
Indeed.
The man not educate and the woman and the man not educate.
Yeah.
So you see, and they're really happy.
All right, so family, as when I don't see the two video them, where Mr. Cecil go ahead and interview, the two man them where they give their own point of view. Some people and they say, oh, now because of work, like what the guy say maybe the woman they work too much, they not get time with the family and stuff. And then this other person say, because of not traditional wedding and stuff. So there's a lot of things, I get into that video. So Madam Cabo and Mr. Umar, so what are the pieces I get from this video? Yeah, so
we got a call another line, so oh, you don't hang up. Oh, okay. Mr. Umar can go.
Well, I'll make my own little bit short. Yes, the video was very nice, like the man hit most of the point, So what the man emphasized on more, now we own traditional setup, So when the man talk, I wonder way with the talk about education, what do we mean by education, Because we people enforced it and set back all these things, Most of the questions in a way, we the ask now, then people are let me answer all the questions, But anyway, before I go further, because we give callers and priority, so we go pick the caller. Caller, what's your name and who say the call?
Well, presently I call from Italy.
You come from where?
Italy.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's your name?
My brother they talk now. They listen small.
Okay. So what's your name and who say the call from, please?
Well, I'm named David, so I they call from Italy.
Stop.
Okay, I they call from Italy. I'm listening. I don't know.
Yeah, it is. Go ahead, we will get you.
Well, I really like the program really about this marriage issue where we brother really try for emphasize about and even the video because I even listed all the videos and back again. So about this marriage, what they try for talk about. Yes, we the married woman we not go school and I'm married with the last. But in other way, it's so difficult, it's so complicated. The man they undergo a lot of struggle and suffering because man we educate you and the una were able to contribute and una able to build up the house. And so way, educate, go school, that even know. So it's so complicated. Even in terms of business, in other way, get that understanding. You the man and you get for struggle, go all about. Although yes, for married way, educated, it good because of you get happy home. But so the way they educate, where they're well educated, they know how they treat the home and they know how they will even educate them. Because one example, when you married full woman, you pick the way the born back, they get for full, obviously. So when you married woman, we educate, if we educate you, pick them. One, in terms of where they're not host, you pick them, where they come to school, that woman they get for take the responsibility for teach them what they go learn at school. But if you married woman, we not go school, we not educate. How you go able to make, and when you see picky full, watch to the kumra well, the kumra full. Watch the kumra well, how kumra they not get sense. So the image, in other way, we take and say, me for married educated woman, I don't see and say that a difficult things. It depends how they understand to oneself. Then when they married illiterate woman, when they married illiterate woman, yes, it will able to know how it will able respect the host. You understand? It will able know how for respect the home. In terms of respect, in terms of religious business, because then they will respect the man through from the religion side. Because then pay that fairness in there. But in terms of the suffering, you the man, say you don't undergo penalty in that house there. You suffer in that house there. Now you bring them hard lives there for compliment there. Because me, I prefer for a married educated woman. Because I don't want to let me pick it and fool like how the woman go fool. Woman way intelligent, well educated. I sort of go you pick it all. Watch the private pick it where they go school as SALONE right now. Pick it where they can go there nursing school there, where they cap. If you have a man go school, pass it for go take private school for them pick it no. You go put them private school. If you not go put them pick it in private school, how the pick it go for educate? Pass you go take course away you can study there. But some way well educated, when them pick it come on school where they come, you go ask them what in a land today, what in a teach, what they make. Then the impact of the pick it for make them come fine. So if the don't create an impact for them pick it for make them grow up in the other way in the future. So me and me idea and they already include the two partners all, but you the man, you don't get big responsibility when you married illiteracy man. So now we try to empower with sister then for let the able land. For married illiterate woman, it's difficult, really. I don't see them thing in it. Even that friend they love with one picking and a binter. Why we didn't SALONE? The picky fighting fine. But the picky is so difficult how they live with her. Because you don't go school. Where are they going to shame? Fine picky, but for deal with her hard. Where you going to begin to shame? Where you see you don't go there?
Yes, thank you so much. I get a question because see they say it's based on the woman. And so what about uneducated man now? So what's in the impact or the effect or whatever, is educated woman married uneducated man. So what's in the impact?
may the impact always I get by the end of the day. What way the married woman way, way,
No, I mean the man side, like the uneducated, because I don't already talk about the uneducated woman. So what about the uneducated man? Like for example, if me na woman we educated, then I go married uneducated man. So what thing are the impact for that man they make?
I want that man whoever type way educated more than the man. That man never strong. Because one strong woman educated than the man. Then example, no, like that's only as what they use. Okay, the man don't come out also. You know what to do on that one. If you no more man the chat with. So we understand. So we don't understand. If not the man, if we able use the woman in order way, but woman we educate the man we educate. Nothing. I hope just
Thank you so much for calling. Thank you. And you go call back again if you have anything for say. We really appreciate for call. And also, we encourage with other viewers then for make una call, make una give una own saying towards this topic here. So it's una get for say and stuff like that. Thank you so much. And Mr. Uma, if they say something.
Yeah, when they talk about the first caller talked something about the relationships. Why make even as much as when we not get this Western education by that time, why make we marry them in Sierra Leone other part of the world, most of them Africa for general. Now because we been get a structure, we set up a structure. Then structures they don't die down now. First we get what they call God daddy, we get what they call God mommy. Then you get them people are the help, them people are the help. If you get problem, most of the time, you don't even need for if you know, you don't even need for go to your mama and daddy. First what they rush for go to them God mommy and God daddy. Now when they don't tire for settle most of the time, then you see family member come inside. So now the conclusion. The caller talk something. This caller anyway make very brilliant contributions, but somehow are not able to agree with most of the comments that we make. One thing where I want to let the caller understand, let we settle priorities and right. Education, not a requirement for marriage. When you say education, so I wonder which type of education. In the topic. But we topic now today now how what think happen way uneducated couples can last longer and they avoid the divorce than the most educated people in marriages. And then when you watch at it, before you come into the marriage, you set your bars them high. The marriage, for let the marriage go succeed, it will be very difficult because you don't set your bars very high into certain way for let you go meet up with your goal, what you achieve at that moment, it will be very difficult, So like education, nobody denies education is not good. Anybody tell you education is not good. Maybe sometimes just no economic, just be economical with the truth. Education very good. A very good, important in every relationship. The only thing is that not a requirement for a relationship to make it work. But what do you do with this education? Now we talk today. Most of the time we get the people, not that the education is not, they are educated, but they are making wrong use of the education. Because if you educated, you well grounded, what you do? Now for use this education as an advantage to you to keep it home. Use education and as an advantage to you for support your home, support your family, try to forgive, much love. But when you use the negative part of this, you're so obsessed with this one way that you can call 50-50. You're so obsessed with your own right that you forget that you get values, you get commitment, you get a lot of things that when you put into the relationship, you go keep the relationship go. They end up for destroy a relationship. Most of the time, then they use the education against themselves. Because when you use education, you chase up a very good man, now you home, or you chase up a very good woman at home. So you don't use the education way for use benefit yourself. You don't use them for destroy yourself. So anybody, I think since the quality they misunderstand, when they talk to education is not good, and the requirement now for education, the value of education, not what they talk about, but the impact where education get into marriages, more like waiting up why it contribute more to marriages will make them break more homes than the uneducated people. Now we talk now. Of these factors them can contribute, and we put something again at the board again where we do some search. We just display so that the callers can read for themselves or the viewers can go read for themselves. And even studies don't support that more educated homes, more educated couples can end up to divorce than the uneducated one. Because one, everybody on the rooftop, nobody no one accepting company. Everybody arrogancy. Want education to come with amount of arrogancy. Now few people they see well educated people they are polite. Most of the time then they use them feel say if I'm educated, I know. But you miss for understand something. Say we get two type of education. We get formal and we get informal. You might be educated formally, but informally, believe in me, you see most educated people, if they open their mouth for talk, he go say wait for me like I go first, So like it happened. I just get an experience. Just I didn't at Geneva. Somebody give me camera, so I just get an experience. Somebody when a professor, old professor, but when he talk, when he speak, you see for like articulating topic, they put really give out the message. It's very difficult. So you can be educated, you can go all this formal education. Believe me, if you go to Africa, believe me, if you not take the imam, they go sit down for a married case. So like that don't show you the education. You get sat inside, they get limitations. So we just get you have to put the education into the purposes. That's what they talk about.
Yeah, so that's true. So Madam Cabo, so waiting, you get for say.
Well, I agree with most of the thing the way Mr. Omar talk. Like education, if we use them well, it will work to our advantage. If we not use them well, it will work to our disadvantage. Just like the thing we've been put up, say they marry somebody because of education, because right when they talk about formal education, because somebody been asked at the forum, because people that site me they talk about say no matter how you sabi something, somebody sabi pass you. So you can like anybody. But waiting the call I mean they try for talk, I think they try for in your personal view. They try for say, okay, you get a call.
We will get another caller. Hello caller, waiting that your name and you say the call from. Hello caller, waiting that your name and you say the call from, please.
It's my Ezekiel, the call from Oregon.
Welcome, sir.
Hello, Mr. Isaac.
Yes. Welcome, Mr. Isaac. Yes, sir. So waiting that you take to this topic where we get today, sir.
Thank you so much for join the topic discussion here. This now definitely deep topic we'll want to deal with. Definitely, I wish we could try for put them in a little bit of extended context in terms of the culture and the changes we happen now globally because of the connections that we get. So me now be typical villager before I come Freetown in America. I was born in the village and I see how the family set up, the culture, and the kind of understanding when my mother then they go through in a village, as understanding they continue for come slowly, even while they at the see, the patience when parents they undergo under the polygamous system of marriage, when the path not able even afford for distribute, even the thing where we for eat. Yet when it come, and it puts the burden on the parent. The food where you cook, where me own, where it be say enough provide anything to them, you know. And so as the culture they develop into expansion into the global system, where now that they're able for see some things that way go around the world, the responsibility where the man for take and the mama for take, you they see the changes where it comes slowly. This is why we they get the spread, not to even about education in terms of book wise. Now, education in terms of understanding what they go around the world, how the man in position don't begin to expose into different things. Because in general, according to what we believe in a biblical perspective as Christian or the Muslim perspective into the Quran, the man supposed to be the head. Being the head, it don't be out of context now Africa. For them, now for they in charge and pass rules and do anything we want to do. Then don't forget, say, when they say you not the head, that means you for protect the hand, you for protect the body, you for protect the foot. That means you the head, you for think wisely to protect all part of your body. That means you for be a provider in terms of security, in terms of anything for take care of. If you capably provide this security, I believe, see, that woman way they talk about, for lady you partner, if for be you helper. Because biblically, you say when you married, you get that woman as a helper. So how many homes where woman they come as a helper? In a lot of homes, the woman they come as a provider. And yet, that man go left that woman there and go begin the love outside. When it comes, the woman want ask her my question. It now boxing the boxing head, you know. So when you put all this in context, now the exposure of understanding where people and don't begin get, not to about educational now, like self-education, not to the book one me they talk about how they don't understand the responsibility of the person where they married to, what he for do for make sure they then get a peaceable home. You know, now that place where would they get one guy, get one woman, they get 4 picking them, you know, they have to pay school fee for them 4 picking them, they accommodate again, they plan for marry another one, they plan again for go get love outside. And mistakenly that woman gets any love outside and that man suspect, it will want kill her. Yet in the do and continuously, that is not a peaceable home you they set up, not a home, you know. So the education now when they happen now self-realization where people and they get according to understanding the way that they get around the world. Where we say if you want to be in a relationship, now partnership for if you are the head, then you need to be a leader. For let somebody help you, for meet you to do something. You know? But now the marriage system, at least according to me, Christian belief, you know, when you marry the woman, you say you don't get married a helper. That means you were doing something for like I help you. But in that process now, it on tiger and the woman hate. As a result, with understanding now with people and they get in those days and go say, okay, I will be here for the picking there. Now they don't get the understanding. Say, no, you have the right to move out. For any man we want to kill you, we know they take care of you, when you want to ask them as if you not a partner. So these are part of the contributions the way they happen, especially Africa, not say America or Europe, but Africa. Now this they happen. Now the understanding where woman and don't begin get that. Oh, I can take care of myself. If this man want for help as a partner, he want to kill me. When are they ask him for dubious things the way they do? That by me you understanding. People they forget back to the reality. Say when you really want to enjoy family, that one person we don't commit to. Now for focus on that, you know, even the idea of getting rid of poverty, I tell people all the time, until we set the family system right in Sierra Leone. Unless if you provide care, no problem. So man, to get no more, you go marry another woman. They get 4 picking their first, you're not able to send them to school. Yeah, they go marry 2, 3 women there. Nobody is talking about that. Nobody knows what touch family issues, the polygamous behavior and the promiscuousness. They just go and bump and then they take care of that. When you want to talk, oh, no problem, no problem. The problem is you know they try to tackle the thing there where they around you first. Then all the time they are blaming government. You should that you get five women there. We know they even take care of one to three for all the way to college. Then they blame government. There is a problem of system where we need to take care of before we need to blame everybody. So that I mean your part, I understand it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Isaac. Thank you. We appreciate that, and we hope say you will call again. Thank you so much. Yes. Manakago, like this call I asked, so points a lot of key points them, where Mr. Self, I see a lot of things there based on, waiting in the state. Just like I don't say, because we don't see like before, where some man then just like as how we don't say. You remember one time we they talk about the show where they say man then be the abuse woman then way back. Sometimes you see the woman in a village now you get cutlass, now you get I understand like them baskets then at the head. And then they go on a farm, you they see the man all nothing. Just the work as no more. They be the woman. Yes. Miss Cabo, I know they hear you. I know they hear you. Yes.
I think so we get problem with the mic.
Yes.
Until we get her on the line, let we not keep the callers them or the viewers
Yes.
them. The man
Yeah,
talk
you see,
something, FA.
Mr. Umar, yeah, I'll make her come in because the man, because Mr. Isaac points a lot of key points there. Number one, the reason why make because even me with this topic here, so I go ahead, and interview some of my co-workers them. A lot of people then give a lot of points, then they say, oh, because before, now the man then be they provide, woman not be they provide because the woman not be the work, now the man then no more be the work. And sometimes, back then we don't see a lot of times when are the woman they self now then they support them picking them. Even though they get the man, but now the woman then they sell, then they do those kind of little trade and then petty trade them for put them picking them at school. But the reason why make I think say them be the be a marriage is because of arranged marriages. Like those times, now your family then they choose man for you for make you married. And nowadays a lot of people and then they take down they now. Some people and they married for love, some people and they married because of somebody where they like. And and back then you the woman, if you and your man like try for divorce, back then divorce was a taboo. So if your man not like you and go send you back to your family members, then your family no they accept you. So number one, you're vulnerable to your family as well. You're vulnerable to your community where you there. So like the woman they not get no choice. Because they think say, okay, if me and my man I decide say, okay, they left me man or my man decide for left me, I'm not get no side for go. And also like we see the video where one guy be they talk where he say, first time if the man no wants you in the care you go to your people that the people that they give them the money where they don't put for your diary. So that one say for that how many years where I don't spend with that man day, I don't get nothing for it. So instead of maybe me family they not get that money there again for return to that man, so the only option where I get as a woman I for make a beer. There's no way I can go back because what about my family that don't use that money and not get for pay the man again. So I believe say those are the things them, where people and be they go through back in the days when now a lot of people then they take them again. Now because of the society where would they is, there is a lot of changes in technology, development wise, education wise, like people and they grow. Not so like before back then, where get nothing, you only depend on man for do for you, and also there is so limited rules them. So I believe say now that they make, back then most educated marriages than the last. So, Mr. Uma or Madam Cabo, which one I get for say?
Mrs. Kagwe, mic don't come on now.
No, I don't think so. Yes, Mr. Uma, you
Okay.
can go ahead and talk. I will try for caller.
Okay. The man make a lot of now points that way if now be when they talk about domestic violence into marriages, I think say that comment for on really take place, But actually make very good point in as much as I agree with the point there because not that right, a contribution is so brilliant, but but a comment on the domestic side, this, that, and but not that we talk. Listen, domestic violence in any marriage is a bad. Anything where it lead to divorce now, any marriage is not a good outcome. Divorce now, any relationship don't show the failure of that relationship. Now, when a relationship fail, it the result to divorce. So what in the cause in there? So now that's the color really. Now that's the color no able touch on. Then it talks something. It mentioned a lot of biblical part where it puts the man before. I think say then at the same point. So if the biblical side where it try for court where it puts the man before, then they give the man a role. Then I wonder who side is 50-50 they come out where we don't resort to this 50-50, If not the biblical,
No,
because the biblical at
yeah,
the time,
make a case.
the
Okay.
biblical side of the old thing where the man talk, FA,
Mm-hmm.
it supports the woman as a helper, according to Ion statement, not as a partner, as a helper into the marriage. And when you come into the marriage, you are coming as a partner. You get for work with trust, you get a lot of things the way you work with to make the marriage work. And one of the things in the way it work, way you work with now. Now for read out, now for weed out arrogance into the marriage, it gets certain thing the way they weed out of the marriage. It get distrust and other thing them. When you weed them thing out of the marriage, it keep the marriage going. But waiting with the talk now, this education, these changes where we don't get, when you get change as time they go, when the things they change, you get for try for know how you go around the changes, But most of the time, if they find out, see, the changes is there. The people are being educated, very educated, more than even what we expect way been happened 30, 40 years ago. Everybody not aware. We get things in place where it talk against domestic violence and so on. Things that way that might be the talk where it need talk. But yet we get a lot of people where they use the education in the wrong way. Then they use the education for destroy the marriages. Then they use the education for go against most of the things and where it could end up for resolve to divorce. So now that make you see the divorce at increase. Not that we talk about. Yeah, of course, we
I
get a
can
lot
come
of
in a
disadvantages.
yeah.
Advantages and now it's straight on.
Yeah, and also I can come in a little bit because when you ask, say, like if the baby can say, the man na in at the end, so like majority of the responsibility, go to the man them, and there is something that we need to know, because we have like different kind of laws. We get like the law written at the Bible, that's one, traditional law there, and the government law. So we get all those three types of laws then where we put in place.
So we get
Yeah,
Mr. Kago on the phone.
yes. So we get all this three things there so where we put in place. And the
Okay.
reason why make, like this 50-50 so the work is because of, like before, like way back, sometimes now the woman nine they do 100% of the choice. Now the woman nine go work and put in pikin in school, nine go cook, nine go clean, nine go do all thing. And also we get some home them again when na the man now they do all to like anything that involve financial and stuff na the man. So like 100% of the burden they on the man. Sometimes 100% of the burden they on the woman. So now it make where the government then sit down then decide say like 50-50 that for make the man go play in role as a husband, then the woman too go play a role as a wife. So that way that union or that marriages they go last long. Where you not go feel like for say I'm the only burden, I me to do everything. So I believe still like this 50-50 thing, is a little bit better, but not that too much because because sometimes in the home then they're not 60-40 or whatsoever. But that's not the case, where would they focus on right now. Yes.
Yes, Effie, you made some brilliant contribution. We get Mrs. Kabo on the phone now. So we get in your side of the waiting down the go now with the call away caller. We get in your contribution from there. Miss go come inside.
Okay. Yes. Miss Kabo. So what can you take to this?
Yeah, my take to this is all the points there, they're interesting. For me, the major thing why I feel say they make their marriages then of the uneducated people. The reason why they last now because most of them now two things. Most of them don't know their right. And secondly, they don't know their right. Then they get limited opportunities. Now the society they suppress with the woman there. Like how Madam Salvage me say, if you upset because of your man they treat you bad, you go back. Some family they know they take you back, especially if you come on a poor home. They will always want the people there for left because then they feel say where the woman they don't big there for go because resources they're not enough. For instance, if you have a papa bill, maybe you don't go and born boku picking there. The rooms are not boku for everybody. The boy picking there, they want stay home. So waiting will happen, then they wish for let the girl picking their left. So they say go get enough room for the young family then they can't start. Because they not get enough money for go start outside. Because we culture, as the other man, the last caller been say, we culture actually kind of bad that side. Where everybody feels say the family house, now they there for day. Even the one they will able to afford. Sometimes they can stay, they say, pass no more, then get more. But otherwise, some man can even get mind, he want for even sell the family home. But Lord said, if they come on this big family, we get nicer things, bigger houses. So the woman, they know they accept for long account. What in account they take care, you go back. So if you not get education and you not get money, you not sabi for do business. Where you supposed to do business first of all, you have for even know how for do business. And sometimes you get forget the capital. So if you get picking a hand by you again, they're not going to accept them picking in another house because they not belong to their own family. They're not feeling them for be part of their grandpa in property. So that family, that property consciousness can make we the woman and they say we go back. So when you look at all the things you can go to inside your own family back, you might as well say, well, that just be an at least I go get me your room. Yeah, I get me own kitchen. Yeah, I get me own this, but you not get none of that. So they not stay there because of they're just submissive. Most of them are because they're oppressed as well. Now, I mean, some people they can end up for get high blood pressure, they can get all kinds of sickness, they can die with depression, and some people they not even know say they're depressed. And the more way you try for talk about you right, then see you like somebody when they be you just for be married also. So you see, say people and they go married. The night of the married when they go left the yawo. Yeah, they see everybody, then they happy. You got you party on account, when do the bride eve party and all and then and the bachelors then get their own bachelor's night. But we the woman in Africa, when they say time for marriage, that day they now cry. Now cry no more, now cry. You understand? Why somebody for the left you go to somebody you love you, they cry. Why? Because not to just because he left that man there. Even if now you choose the man, you they cry because you don't know what you to go meet. Because you they left. If you God make you not go meet up with that man, you not go hold you fine. The man then conscious for say you not go come back. And that it be so wrong, completely wrong. So that make them treat you anyhow because they know say it go hard for you to go back. So some of we, like me papa, I go say, I like me papa. Anytime I eat, I want to eat 3 times more than me because me daddy na one person we not ever believe in that, and because of that we get ahead up and not believe in saving picking go enough for come back. And the fair man for you, it they tell everybody I like it they at 50 years you go there now no more, but me a fair man for possible. But when you enough fit you come back. Enough to everybody get that privilege though. And then they say go make contain though. But in that they say that you go die the back. So at least if that privilege them way, because now people are sabi them right, and then papa and mama then they give them chance now for can with education because they don't see the way you picking die, that man in your life they go before. Nothing not they happen to right, they go marry more woman. So the awareness don't come. They're back again, some woman, they're back again. Now, I like he says they're not casting on my family. They're not even remember for Canada family, they even afford for themselves. Then they go sit on other side. So now I make now they not care if you say no they can the host, then they left if the market not sweet. So now the awareness. Now I don't make now the market they need the last, the awareness.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Madam Cabo. Thank you. You really, like eating of a lot of key points them. And also we want to say thank you so much to reviewers them, the one that we call, the one that we comment, and also the people that way they watch. We will really appreciate una all. And I just want to say thank you so much to Madam Josephine and Aminata. And also Miss Isata, because I believe say some of Nana today una join we today. I hope say una will continue for join we at the show, and we will really appreciate. And also for winner where they watch you will be with we for so long. We want to say thank you to una as well. And today, we not get that much again, much time again with the show. So I will call on Mr. Umar for making go say a last word and also the advice them where and go get out to them. So hi, Mr. Umar.
Hello, Effie. Fambule will tell you I think, anyway, I will give me last word for this night. Not me last word.
No, for this night.
No, that's yes, we don't talk about the thing that one thing we all for realize that part in the Bible, not to put an deal for better for us. So that for better for us, so like we own traditional settings just we own traditional settings they just say that thing they work. So then most of the time when they come now us. Where you want come, they know they help people destroy marriage. So thing and tell them say the marriage now for better for us, be area in our church, go there go be So now we just set we outside. So that's all a part of education, We tell you thank you today, we wanna come now. And me what I left with you today, I just tell you say education very good. We advise everybody for learn as much as you can get, learn as much as you able. Go all the extent for make you be educated. But when you don't get this education, make very good use of them. Not for go school na the thing, not for sabi book na the thing. But this book where you learn go benefit you, it benefit people around, it benefit your relationship. It benefit you picking them. But if you get an education, you go learn, you get education, and you're full of arrogance, and you follow you right, you forget say you get a home for keep, you get a family for keep, you get you picking them for keep way, deprive them from the full parent. I mean the mommy and the daddy na host. You will keep plenty and they very good, So when you go school, learn the waitsman life, learn a lot of things, but put boundary. Try for make sure say you guide you interest jealously. So now that I will tell you. Education is nice, but make sure you use that the positive way. Thank you very much, and we appreciate you all today. And we see the contributions they want to make na the show. That don't show say yes. The callers are listening and the callers are well experienced. We tell them thank you, and we expect for them all again next month. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Umar. Yes. So now I will call on Madam Cabo for making the same in last you know, word for tonight, said by Mr. Umar.
Thank
Yes,
you,
Madam Cabo. So
Madam.
it's the last word for tonight.
I just want to say thank you to all the viewers them for all the contributions them and all the education we then give we. Just like how Mr. Omar said, let we all use our education to benefit, not to we disadvantage. So let we not the line make like say you sabi too much, no matter how you sabi, somebody the way sabi pass you. The education is just there for be a tool for you so that you be able to do more research and know you right. But it's not there for let you go make proud and make disobedient to you man. Because remember the pikin then they watch we, so then they take example from the mama first before the papa. So I feel say mama then are the more whole homes, the more than papa, because papa can do a lot of things. You go say, I left this married, I left this married, I don't want this woman. It not can happen. But the day when mama say I don't done, no no say don't done. So and the pikin they all if mama not go, if mama not they do well, the pikin they all they go astray. It can hard for the pikin they do well if their mama not getting act together. So do ya as comrade woman then that we all still try for make we all maintain we homes them. But that no means so forget for giving we right. For no we right, but Lord not exercise too much of them. That's all we can say. I tell everybody thank you for when I join with the hope for you for Muna back again next month, last Saturday. Thank you very much. Over to you, Madam Savage.
Thank you so much, Madam Cabo. And for me, I just want to say, thank you guys so much for watching the show. And also, I just want to say thanks to the viewers them and the one that we comment and also to the one that we call. We really appreciate Una and we will hope for Una again. August, the last Saturday of the month. So we changed the show to the last Saturday for Una we just joined with today or we don't know about time. So we changed the show to last Saturday of each month now. Then if anything change again, we will come back to the public and announce any changes. And then me saying is, just like how Madam Cabo and Mr. Umar don't say, education, now things where you they learn for yourself because now one thing that they where we as a human being where you die, there's nobody they give. They share your education with you picking there. You know go get you degree. You say, okay, well, let me say if I dey travel for go on side or something happen, make us share me education among me picking them. So then they don't show say whatever thing will learn now for yourself. So please make we not take we education as a weapon towards we marriages them. Whether you be a man or woman, at least we for use with education for impact with picking them so that way they when they grow up, then go accomplish more than waiting we don't accomplish. So I believe saying that the great things than the way we can accomplish and education and stuff. And also for marriages, please we need for be patient with your spouses them because whatever situation we find ourselves, we still therefore be patient. But not patient in that relationship where you they lose your life. That not a waiting what they say, but you always get for be patient with your partner. And for me, I just want to say thank you guys so much and I appreciate Una. And me when they come to Una, I mean at the host of this show, when I what would you do? And thank you guys so much and tata.